While other automakers rush to build fragile, overcomplicated engines that self-destruct early, Japanese manufacturers are still playing by the old rules of bulletproof engineering. If you're tired of constant repair threats and surprise check engine lights, these are vehicles you can drive off the lot with complete peace of mind. Let's look at 9 Japanese SUVs you can buy with absolutely no regrets. Number 9. Toyota Highlander. The Toyota Highlander has spent more than 2 decades earning its place as one of the most regret-free Japanese sport utility vehicles an American family can park in the driveway. The previous 3.5-liter V6 is genuinely legendary in dependability circles, with countless examples crossing 300,000 miles on original timing chains and original transmissions. And the current turbocharged 2.4-liter four-cylinder, paired with the hybrid 2.5-liter Atkinson cycle setup, has continued that tradition beautifully. Built primarily at Toyota's Princeton, Indiana plant, the Highlander benefits from one of the most refined assembly processes in North America, and Consumer Reports consistently ranks it at or near the top of midsize 3-row sport utility reliability charts year after year. J.D. Power dependability scores routinely land in the upper 80s out of 100. From a dollar standpoint, the Highlander rewards owners across the board. RepairPal estimates the average annual maintenance cost at just $489, well below the segment average of $675 for 3-row crossovers. A new 2026 Toyota Highlander starts around $40,000, and resale value holds remarkably steady with 5-year depreciation around 41%, meaning a $42,000 Highlander still pulls roughly $24,800 at trade-in. Between the bulletproof powertrain heritage, the family-friendly ownership costs, and resale numbers that genuinely protect long-term investment, the Toyota Highlander stands as a 3-row sport utility vehicle that families recommend without hesitation. Number 8. Mazda CX-5. The Mazda CX-5 has quietly become one of the most refined and dependable compact Japanese sport utility vehicles sold in the United States, and the engineering discipline behind it is the reason owners rarely look back. Mazda made the deliberate decision to stick with the naturally aspirated 2.5-liter Sky Active G four-cylinder as the workhorse engine, a power plant built around high compression ratios and minimal forced induction stress, which translates directly into exceptional long-term durability. The optional turbocharged 2.5-liter is equally well-behaved when maintained properly, and the conventional 6-speed automatic transmission has earned widespread praise for being far more reliable than the dual-clutch and continuously variable transmissions used in many rivals. Consumer Reports has placed the CX-5 in the top 3 for predicted reliability in its segment for multiple consecutive years. In dollar terms, the CX-5 is a long-term financial winner. RepairPal pegs the average annual maintenance cost at just $447, which is among the lowest figures recorded in the entire compact sport utility segment. A new 2026 Mazda CX-5 base trim starts around $29,300, and resale value holds up nicely with 5-year depreciation around 45%, meaning a $31,000 CX-5 can still bring in close to $17,000 at trade-in. Combine the disciplined, naturally aspirated powertrain, the genuinely upscale driving feel, and the tiny repair bills that follow it through high mileage, the Mazda CX-5 proves itself as a Japanese sport utility vehicle that consistently outlasts its loan and rewards owners every step of the way. Number 7. Honda Pilot. The Honda Pilot has spent more than 2 decades proving that a Japanese-engineered 3-row sport utility vehicle can be both spacious enough for an American family and genuinely indestructible. The 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6 has powered the Pilot through multiple generations and stands as one of the most respected engines Honda has ever produced. with thousands of documented examples crossing 280,000 miles on original internals. The current generation introduced a refreshed version of that V6 paired with a smoother 10-speed automatic transmission, and early reliability data from J.D. Power suggests the new combination is performing right in line with the powertrains it replaced. From a wallet standpoint, the Pilot is one of the most cost-effective three-row haulers a family can buy. RepairPal estimates the average annual maintenance cost at just $542, well below the segment average for vehicles of this size. A new 2026 Honda Pilot Sport starts around $40,000, and resale value remains genuinely strong with 5-year depreciation around 43%. Meaning a $42,000 Pilot can still command close to $23,000 at trade-in. Insurance averages roughly $1,520 annually, and fuel economy lands at 22 miles per gallon combined. Between the proven Honda V6, the family-friendly running costs, and resale figures that genuinely hold strong over time, the Honda Pilot stands as a three-row Japanese sport utility vehicle that buyers walk away from feeling confident in their decision. Number 6. Lexus GX. The Lexus GX is arguably the most quietly indestructible luxury Japanese sport utility vehicle sold on American roads, and the engineering DNA behind it tells you everything you need to know. The GX shares its bones with the globally revered Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, and for 2 full generations, it soldiered on with the legendary 4.6-liter V8, an engine so overbuilt that owners regularly document odometers crossing 400,000 miles without any internal work. The all-new GX introduced a twin-turbocharged 3.4-liter V6 producing 349 horsepower, mated to a 10-speed automatic, and built on the same TNGAF platform underpinning the new Land Cruiser and Tundra. J.D. Power consistently ranks the GX among the most dependable luxury sport utility vehicles on the market. In dollar terms, the GX punches well above its weight for long-term value. RepairPal estimates the average annual maintenance cost at $660, shockingly low for a body-on-frame luxury hauler. A new 2026 Lexus GX 550 Premium starts around $69,000, and resale value is in a league of its own with 5-year depreciation hovering near just 33%, meaning a $70,000 GX can still command roughly $46,000 at resale. Insurance averages around $1,720 annually, and fuel economy lands near 19 miles per gallon combined. Between the truck-grade frame, the rock-solid powertrain heritage, and resale numbers that genuinely embarrass the European luxury competition, the Lexus GX stands as a Japanese sport utility vehicle that buyers keep for generations. Number 5. Nissan Armada. The Nissan Armada has carved out a distinctive niche as one of the most underrated full-size Japanese sport utility vehicles sold in the United States, and its mechanical lineage is the reason owners walk away genuinely satisfied. The previous generation Armada used the 5.6-liter Endurance V8, an engine derived from Nissan's commercial-grade truck applications, and that power plant routinely crossed 250,000 miles with nothing more than scheduled fluid changes and timing chain inspections. The all-new generation introduced a twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V6 producing 425 horsepower, paired with a 9-speed automatic transmission, and shares its underpinnings with the globally proven Nissan Patrol sold across the Middle East and Australia. The body-on-frame construction, the heavy-duty rear axle, and the genuine 8,500-pound towing capacity all reinforce its workhorse credentials. From a financial standpoint, the Armada delivers solid long-term value for a full-size hauler. RepairPal estimates the average annual maintenance cost at $694, competitive against full-size rivals from Detroit. A new 2026 Nissan Armada SV starts around $58,000, and resale value holds reasonably well with 5-year depreciation around 47%, meaning a $60,000 Armada can still bring in close to $31,000 at trade-in. Between the proven petrol-derived engineering, the genuine workhorse capability, and the surprisingly reasonable running costs, the Nissan Armada stands as a Japanese full-size sport utility vehicle that buyers in need of real space rarely regret. Number 4. Toyota RAV4. The Toyota RAV4 has earned its status as the best-selling sport utility vehicle in the United States not through marketing tricks, but through genuinely outstanding engineering that buyers can count on for the long haul. The 2.5-liter dynamic force four-cylinder is essentially the same engine family found in the Camry and the Lexus ES, an over-engineered power plant designed to comfortably exceed 300,000 miles with nothing more than routine maintenance. The hybrid configuration, pairing that engine with Toyota's fourth-generation hybrid Synergy drive, has demonstrated extraordinary durability, with thousands of high-mileage examples on the road sporting original battery packs still operating well within factory specifications. Consumer Reports, J.D. Power, and iSeeCars have all repeatedly placed the RAV4 at the top of long-term dependability rankings. In dollar terms, the RAV4 is the financial gold standard of the compact Japanese sport utility segment. RepairPal lists the average annual maintenance cost at just $429, one of the lowest figures recorded in the entire industry. A new 2026 Toyota RAV4 LE starts around $29,000, and resale value is genuinely elite with 5-year depreciation hovering near just 35%, meaning a $31,000 RAV4 still pulls close to $20,000 at trade-in. Between the bulletproof dynamic force engine, the genuinely tiny repair bills, and the resale value that protects every dollar invested, the Toyota RAV4 stands as a Japanese sport utility vehicle that buyers walk away from with zero second thoughts. Number 3. Subaru Forester. The Subaru Forester has carved out a fiercely loyal American following by delivering all-weather capability and rock-solid dependability in a single affordable package, and the mechanical track record over the past 15 years backs every bit of that loyalty. The 2.5-liter naturally aspirated boxer four-cylinder is the unsung hero of the lineup, an engine that lays flat for a lower center of gravity and routinely clocks past 250,000 miles when paired with consistent oil changes and timing chain care. Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system, standard on every single Forester sold in the United States, is mechanically simpler than many competing systems and has proven itself across Vermont winters, Colorado mountain passes, and Pacific Northwest mud for decades. Consumer Reports continues to rate the Forester near the top of the compact sport utility reliability charts. From a financial standpoint, the Forester is one of the most budget-friendly long-term ownership propositions available. RepairPal lists the average annual maintenance cost at just $632, competitive even against much smaller crossovers. A new 2026 Subaru Forester base trim starts around $29,000, and resale value remains genuinely strong with 5-year depreciation sitting around 43%, meaning a $32,000 Forester can still fetch close to $18,000 at trade-in. Between the legendary Boxer engine, the standard symmetrical all-wheel drive grip, and the genuinely low cost of long-term ownership, the Subaru Forester stands as a Japanese sport utility vehicle that consistently rewards practical buyers. Number 2. Honda CR-V. The Honda CR-V has quietly built one of the strongest reliability reputations in the entire American sport utility market, and the data backing that reputation is genuinely difficult to argue with. Consumer Reports has ranked the CR-V among the most dependable compact Japanese sport utility vehicles for over a decade, and J.D. Power consistently hands it scores in the mid-80s for long-term durability. What makes this Honda such a workhorse is the bulletproof 1.5-liter turbocharged four-cylinder and the naturally aspirated 2.4-liter that came before it, both engineered to comfortably clock past 250,000 miles with nothing more than regular oil changes, timing chain inspections, and routine brake service. Owners across forums like CR-V Owners Club regularly report hitting 300,000 miles on original transmissions, which is almost unheard of in this segment. From a wallet standpoint, the CR-V is a financial win across the board. RepairPal pegs the average annual maintenance cost at just $407, far below the $521 average for compact sport utility vehicles. A new 2026 CR-V LX starts around $30,000, and resale value remains exceptional with 5-year depreciation hovering near 42%, meaning a $32,000 CR-V can still fetch close to $18,000 down the road. Between the low repair bills, the genuinely strong resale, and the engines that simply refuse to quit, the Honda CR-V stands as a Japanese sport utility vehicle American buyers recommend without reservation. Number 1. Toyota Land Cruiser. The Toyota Land Cruiser sits at the very top of this list because no other Japanese sport utility vehicle has built such a globally respected reputation for genuinely lasting forever. The newly reintroduced 2024 Land Cruiser brought the nameplate back to American showrooms riding on the TNGA-F platform shared with the Lexus GX, the Toyota Tacoma, and the Tundra, and powered by the iForce Max twin-turbocharged 2.4-liter four-cylinder hybrid producing 326 horsepower. The previous generations earned a reputation across United Nations relief missions, African expedition outfits, and Australian outback fleets for crossing 500,000 miles on original engines. And the new generation carries that mechanical philosophy forward with a fully boxed frame, a solid rear axle, and a full-time four-wheel drive system engineered for genuine durability. Consumer Reports has consistently rated the Land Cruiser nameplate in the top tier for predicted reliability. In dollar terms, the Land Cruiser is genuinely in a class of its own. RepairPal historical data places average annual maintenance at $656, remarkably low for a full-frame off-road luxury hauler. A new 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser 1958 starts around $56,000, and resale value is essentially unmatched in the industry, with 5-year depreciation hovering near just 29%. Meaning a $58,000 Land Cruiser can still bring close to $41,000 at trade-in. And that wraps up the countdown of 9 Japanese sport utility vehicles that American buyers can drive home with absolutely zero regrets. From the family-friendly Toyota Highlander all the way up to the genuinely unstoppable Toyota Land Cruiser, every single one of these sport utility vehicles has earned its spot through decades of bulletproof engineering, tiny repair bills, and resale figures that protect long-term investments.